Boom. And we are live with another episode of the Brown Water Banter podcast. My name is Jared Seymour.
My name is Joey Cage.
That's right. And we got a great show for you. In the studio this evening, we're going to be talking about the 7th annual Neptune Poker Run. Nailed it. But before we do that, before we jump into it, we are going to thank the people that keep the lights on for us over here at the Brown Water Studio. Right out of the gate, Dr. Robbie Williams over at Southern Magnolia Smiles, man. If you're looking for a great local dentist, you can look them up on the socials at Southern Magnolia Smiles on Facebook and Instagram. They are located right over here on Washington Avenue in Ocean Springs. 2024 is the year to smile more. So when you're ready to book that appointment, just give them a shout at 228-215-1202 and tell them that Brown Water sent you. If you find yourself in need for legal representation, Taylor & Cox Law Firm has been practicing law on the Mississippi Gulf Coast for over 30 years. That's our buddy Tyler right there in the photo. They specialize in felonies, misdemeanors, DUI, family law, divorce, child custody, you name it. If you find yourself in that boat, man, give them a shout at 228-696-0111 and tell them that Brown Water sent you. All your tackle and apparel needs are covered right here in one shop. Sea to Swamp, man. Look them up on Facebook. Sea, the number 2, and then Swamp. He's got 2 locations actually now on the Gulf Coast, Gaucher and Gulfport. He's slinging kayaks out of his Gulfport location. He's got rods. He's got reels. He's carrying brown water gear. He's got you covered for a day out on the water. So check him out. It's Rocky. You can give him a call at 228-205-3964. And again, tell him that you heard about him right here on the podcast, okay? Forever Young, Men and Women's Health. If you haven't got off the couch yet, it's not too late. You missed that New Year's resolution by about 6 months.
And you ain't got no summer body.
There's still hope for you. There's still hope. So check them out on Facebook, Forever Young, Men and Women's Health. Kendrick, you can go down there, book a consultation with him, get some blood work done, let him check it out, see if you're hormone deficient. He specializes in testosterone replacement for both men and women. So you can give him a call at 228-363-6623. And bringing up the rear for us is Dewey Do Bugs. They're located over in D'Iberville, right across the street from the Scarlet Pearl. They specialize in boiled seafood, and they are hitting home runs daily over there. So check them out on Facebook, Dewey Do Bugs. And if you haven't been, go over there and order the Maverick. You will not be disappointed. I got to get a picture of the Maverick so I can put in there whenever we talk about it.
And while we're talking right now, go download the app. And thanks to the app sponsor, Modern Recoil. Go check it out. Get all the live updates, everything you need.
Okay.
Right there.
I think we nailed it right there. So, gentlemen and lady, how are y'all doing today?
Good.
Happy with us. Yes, absolutely. So, when was the last time last year y'all were in here in the studio? I think it was a couple episodes ago.
It was 2 years ago.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Isn't that crazy?
I know. Time flies by. Just steadily getting older.
Last year, I was going through chemo, and so
Okay.
I was not able to join y'all. So I cannot believe it's been 2 years.
I knew that. So, okay. Hits close to home for you, right? Although that it is what you do.
Oh, very close to home.
Yeah. So are you okay to talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, can you tell us a little bit about that? We'll start with there.
Okay, awesome. So I'm Amy Robertson, and I run the Memorial Hospital Foundation. And so a big part of what we do is that we help local oncology patients. And so that when you said that it hit close to home, it really, really did last year. So I went in for my very first mammogram and had no lump or anything, and was diagnosed with stage 2 invasive ductal carcinoma.
Wow.
So it was HER2 positive. I went through 6 rounds of chemo, a couple surgeries, and 30 rounds of radiation.
Oh, wow.
So
did not know that.
Yeah.
So tell your wives, tell your girlfriends, tell your moms, your sisters, anybody. Yes, get a mammogram. And if anybody doesn't have insurance, then that's what the Memorial Hospital Foundation can help with. So we don't want any person on the Mississippi Gulf Coast to go without getting a mammogram because they can't pay for it. We will cover that.
Okay.
Sweet.
So, wow. So you have like a whole new appreciation for your life, I'm sure, your job, family, everything, but like specifically with what you do.
Totally. And I feel almost blessed in a way because I feel like kind of it's my mission now.
Right.
And, I know now that that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah. And I'm sure you've always cared about your patients and what you do, but now you can speak to them on a whole different level.
It's totally different. I know I can kind of anticipate their needs. And I was in the infusion clinic today. And so, just
The firsthand
So-
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunate firsthand experience,
Yes.
but definitely know what they're going through.
But you're right. I am so grateful.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad everything went well. I'm
So,
glad they caught it. You
yes.
went through the treatments. Everything's good.
Everything is great.
Okay.
And I think I told y'all I have a really fun announcement. So
Yeah, let us know.
Right out of the gate. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
Not wasting any time here. So a year ago when I was diagnosed, my first worry was I have 3 small children, and my first worry was, am I going to lose my hair?
Mm-hmm.
And so I finished chemotherapy, a pretty intense chemotherapy regimen in October. And y'all can see I did not lose my hair.
Yeah.
So I used this system called Paxman, and Memorial did not have it at the time. And so I made sure I could get I got all of my treatment outside of my chemo. Like, so my doctors and everything were at Memorial. But I switched to a place over in Mobile, Mitchell Cancer Institute, because they had this Paxman system.
Right.
And so I used that there, and I made it my mission for Memorial patients to be able to use that. And I am so happy to tell y'all 1 year and 3 days later from my first chemo, our staff was trained today on the Paxman system. We have it. And so men and women with solid tumors that are getting chemo infusions at Memorial will now have the opportunity to keep their hair.
So can you
Sweet.
explain that just a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit?
how's it
I've
work?
never heard of
Yes.
it.
Like, I'm such a nerd.
I lost my
over
hair
it.
without chemo. So
Well, I
We're
really,
just old.
I really am such a nerd over this. Like, I love it. And I love talking about it. So y'all can shut me up whenever you want to.
No,
Maybe
go
talking
ahead.
too much. So it's called cold capping. So some people have heard of it, some people haven't. But Paxman is kind of the pioneer of this system. So they're a UK-based company, and so you wear a helmet just during your chemo infusions. So while you're sitting in that chemo infusion chair, and it cools your hair follicles down. I mean, it's really cold. I would take 2 hydrocodone and a Xanax before I started this, just to kind of get through it.
Oh,
But after
wow.
a few minutes, you go numb, and so it's not so bad. But it basically it's pretty simple actually. It restricts the blood flow to the hair follicle, and so the chemo can't reach it.
makes total sense.
So,
Yeah.
and your medical
Yeah.
background, you
Yeah,
would
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Yeah. So it's simple in that aspect of it. It just cools it down and restricts the blood flow. And
Mhm.
so,
So
yeah.
simple.
Why
that it
did
works.
we
Yeah.
think of that?
Why did I think of that?
Yeah,
No
just-
kidding.
yeah.
And so it's
just get a
interesting.
big bucket of ice.
Yeah.
And go
This
down.
Paxman family from the UK, their mother was diagnosed with breast cancer in the 90s. And so they kind of knew about cold capping them, but it was dry ice. And,
Right.
it was very kind of, I don't know, primitive,
Mhm.
for lack of better words then. Well, the husband of this lady was in refrigeration. So all of the beer taps over in London are
Mhm.
made by the Paxman family. And so he kind of understood how that worked.
Right.
And so he was like, wait, I can do this. I can make this better. And so he did. And it has become her legacy now. So
Sweet.
other women won't have to lose their hair.
Yeah.
So,
Wow, that's
And
awesome.
It hits a little different from a guy because like I said, we
Yeah.
walk around bald naturally, but
Yeah.
for a woman to lose her hair,
Well, I
that's
had
kind of
3
tough.
small
Yes.
children at home. And I just, that was my first worry, is that they were going to see me and know that something was wrong. That's kind of
Right,
the
right.
outward sign that something is wrong.
Yeah.
And so, thanks to that, I had some thinning a little bit, but
Mhm.
nothing that would have indicated to anyone else besides me
Right.
that, I was undergoing chemotherapy treatment. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah, that really is. Dan says, great to know that you're doing well. And Jordan says, great cause, and tell Amy I said hey.
oh,
Yep.
Jordan, he's a huge supporter of our patients, and we really appreciate him.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Sweet.
So we kind of got a little bit ahead of ourselves, but that's good. So the Memorial Foundation
That was
is
the lead in.
That's
yes,
right.
I'm sorry.
No, that was a great story.
Oh,
Right out of
yeah.
the gate. Get them entertained, get them hooked, and then we'll explain it. But so the Memorial Foundation is how do I say the group that you give the money to? Is that correct? The beneficiary of the
Yes,
The
our
beneficiaries,
oncology.
everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So introduce
Yeah.
yourself, please, sir.
I'm
Both
Philip
you
Mullen,
gentlemen.
Vice President of the Poker Run Foundation.
Okay.
We call ourselves the 3 Point Charities now. We are a nonprofit organization, 501(c). We just established that this year.
Okay.
And we have a group of men, 7 or 8 of us, that are on the board and sit on for the 501(c) now. And like I said, all our money goes to the Memorial Foundation.
Right.
we split it evenly with the NICU over there in Gulfport. So it's a great foundation. Like I said, this is the 7th year, starting the 7th year, and it's been great. Every year it's grown and grown and grown.
Have they been every 7 years? They've been the Memorial Foundation.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Predates me.
Cool.
So
Sweet.
Cool. I like that.
So line, mention the line. Did you mention the
We
line
are
again?
line 1.
Line
We are
one,
part of
yeah.
line room, the Krewe of Neptune.
And what's your name over there, sir?
Yeah, my name is Kenny Foreman. I'm actually the assistant line lieutenant for Line 1. Also a board member of the Poker Run Foundation. And we're just thrilled to death to be a part of this and have been, like you said, for the past 7 years. They have been our only beneficiary of all the funds that we've taken in during that time. So we're excited to hear your story. I mean, I will tell you, that's a huge uplift for me. I'm so glad that I came here. Forget the free birthday. That's the bonus.
That was just a little extra.
That's the extra. But we're we do our best to try to get bigger and better every year. For those that don't know what the Poker Run is, if I'm jumping ahead.
No, go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
So the
That
Poker
was-
Run, Neptune Poker Run is put on by the Line 1. We are the Krewe of Neptune.
Right.
Very well known on the Gulf Coast, arguably largest or second largest, depends on which year it is, crew on the coast.
Right.
We've always felt like we put on the best parties, but we also need to give back, and that is a huge part of. And I mean, you guys are part of the crew. You know what we're all about.
Yeah.
We put people first, and so this was just natural for us. 7 years ago, these guys came up with this idea and said, we're on the coast. Why are we not using our boats to raise some money and help folks around us? And who better to help but folks like her? And now we've expanded that to get into NICU because we need to help the babies
Absolutely.
Yeah.
first and foremost. So what we do is we put on a poker run every year. For those that have never been, again, this is our 7th year, and it's very simple. This year we have 8 stops up and down the coast from Ocean Springs to Gulfport. And what happens is you can go by boat, you can by car. If you can walk that far, you can go that way. But you get a poker hand, or a card rather. You make your stops, and you get a card at every stop. When you get back to the main stop, which we'll talk about in just a minute, basically the best poker hand wins.
Right.
So best 5 cards. It's a day-long experience.
family friendly.
Absolutely.
My kids
family.
love it.
Yes. We invite family.
Right.
But we also want to support those sponsors that we have. We want to support those stops as well. But every penny that we raise, we donate to this cause.
Yeah.
So,
I want to say
ahead.
something about that real quick. I'm sorry to
Sure.
interrupt you.
No.
So with most nonprofits, there's overhead, right? So
Right. Something has to be paid
they would
for.
have
Correct.
to pay for salaries and
Bags,
expenses,
whatever,
things
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
The beauty of the Memorial Hospital Foundation is we are a separate 501c3 from Memorial Hospital, but the staff we are all employed by Memorial Hospital. And so all of our overhead and expenses are
Right.
covered by the hospital. So what that means for events like this is literally every penny goes directly to its intended
To the
purpose.
patients. Yeah.
It goes to patients in need. And so, nothing against other nonprofits, because we have some incredible ones here on the coast, but not many other ones get to say that. So I know how fortunate we are that literally, every penny that is earned that day will go to patients who wouldn't otherwise be able to afford their health care.
That's killer. And it's just Neptune all around. We just got done playing in Donnie's golf tournament last week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the more that you can. We always have the golf, the Pascagoula Men's Club, and all their money stays in Pascagoula.
Yep.
And it's awesome for that. But like Neptune, a lot of people, those guys, all they do is party, but we do a lot as a group and give back a lot for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, and to be specific, we just talked about it. This year, we just handed over a check. You want to tell them how much the check was?
$20,000.
Wow.
Sweet.
That was
Yes,
right.
it from a fun day, which I know it is a lot of work for y'all, but it
Absolutely.
is such a fun day, and it was able to raise $20,000 for patients right here on the coast.
Yeah,
that's killer.
that's Joey mentioned. I mean, we had the Pascagoula Men Club guys in here. That was that last week, right? 'Cause they just had their
Fiction
tournament.
tournament. Yeah.
And I said the same thing. It's like anytime you can combine partying and having a good time
Yeah,
with helping out a great cause, it's a win-win for everybody. $20,000, I'm sure, goes a long way
it goes
for a lot of
long
people,
way.
right?
Yeah, because so when we pay something, the hospital doesn't make money off of what we just pay the expenses.
Right.
So it really goes a long way. It's great. And we also get the benefit of the hospital's 340B pharmaceutical pricing that's just for city, county owned hospitals. And so we can really stretch that dollar for our oncology patients, especially. A lot of those drugs are included in that plan.
We mentioned like you having a better understanding now, having gone through it yourself. Like what is to get that diagnosis and then have to be scared, worried, then fight kind of, I feel like the medical establishment, insurance.
Because nothing's covered. Everything's out of network.
What is that like? And then to have a foundation like, that y'all have to help people through that.
It really means so much to so many people right here. So we don't ever tell anyone no.
Right.
So what that really means is there are patients that wouldn't be able to start chemotherapy before they get dental work, that sort of thing. And a lot of them can't afford their dental work. So we pay for that. So that sort of thing. So we also would pay for transportation to and from appointments. I'm trying to think of things outside of just like what you would normally think of. So
the prep work before, even that, even somebody people don't realize you still got to pay for that. Getting there.
Oh yeah.
Saying if you got family coming in, all that stuff.
And before they start like radiation and stuff, like they have to have like teeth extracted sometimes. So like that's an added cost. Sometimes their insurance, sometimes they don't have insurance. Sometimes it doesn't cover that, that sort of thing.
Out of network.
Yes. Well, and then, then the things that you do think about, the pharmaceuticals and stuff like that. So we're happy to help with anything along the way.
Then there's the other component, I guess, with the NICU, right? That I've been through that with my kids. It kind of uproots your life for varying time frames depending on how preemie they were. But that's, a lot of times people can't work. You can't do anything. You have to stay right there at the hospital.
And people don't realize how fortunate we are to have Memorial's NICU on the coast. It really is state of the art. A couple of years ago, UMMC in Jackson redid their NICU and they sent a team down here to look at our NICU because that's kind of what they wanted to model it after with the semi-private rooms. A lot of NICUs are one big open room.
That's how USA is.
Well, that's what they used to just ship everybody to Mobile. USA right off the bat.
Yeah. And so ours gives you at least a little bit of privacy. And so before COVID, I feel like it's always that BC.
Yeah, like before Katrina, after Katrina, before COVID, after COVID.
Yeah, I used to take people on tours of the NICU because it's so impressive there. But every time I would go, I would like burst into tears and, the mom in me. Yeah. And our NICU director, Wayne Labmeyer, he would be like, Amy, you've got to stop doing that.
Can't cry in front of the
guests. He was like, we're doing incredible things here. Like they're all thriving. Like, you got to stop that. And
the babies are fine.
They're making it.
You're not. Pull it together.
Exactly. He pretty much gave me the pull it together.
Yeah. There's no crying in baseball.
So last year, let me tell y'all what y'all's donation meant. So we split it. 10,000 went to oncology, 10,000 went to NICU, and so our NICU department wanted to get a certification for kangaroo care, which is like skin to skin contact. And y'all's donation helped to buy all the chairs that are used for the parents to have that skin to skin contact. So
that's awesome.
That was another fun announcement that I had for y'all tonight.
Yeah, just full of surprises, all kinds of good stuff tonight.
So Easton Barrett from the previous show, we were telling you about the gentleman, guys that went down in the Gulf of Mexico. He said, "So for the poker run, can we borrow somebody's boat?
Because they're going to need one.
Ready to be a good sport about it.
You're not taking mine, no shot." So run us through your stops, Philip, because I know you got a list of them, right?
We have 8 different stops this year. Most of some of the same. We added some new, maybe. First off, it's going to be Bacchus on the Bayou in Ocean Springs.
Yeah.
Also, Orangutan's prop stop. Of course, everybody goes to Orangutans.
Oh, yeah.
We have Blowfly Inn in Gulfport. Yule's Place at the Causeway in Pops Ferry. Wahoo's the Palace Casino in Biloxi. Always a great stop.
Yep.
Let's see, Flamingo Landing in Gulfport. And the final
that
stop.
That one's new, right?
Yeah, they were the old, I think it was Marina Cantina.
Marina Cantina, yeah.
And the final and main stop this year is Pier 15 up in Wool Market. Going to be a great place. He's added a bunch of dock space.
Are y'all going to Bayou this year?
Yes, we also going to Bayou in Ocean Springs.
Food is great.
That is good.
Yeah, so we encourage everyone to stop at these stops, have lunch, get you a daiquiri, support these local businesses that are on the water.
Right.
All of them are great spots, great food, whether it's seafood or burgers or orangutans with their daiquiris or whatnot. So we definitely encourage
well, I think I cut you off during Pier 15. Keith Talley is actually the owner of that. He's in y'all's line, correct? Yeah.
He is a Line 1 member, and we couldn't be more thrilled to have him and his team as the host stop this year.
Okay.
They put on some great events here recently.
I haven't been yet. I want to go check it
And,
out.
It's a nice place. It's a nice little cove, I guess you'd call it. Like I said, plenty of spots to pull your boat, and whether you're going to drive there, plenty of parking. Great underneath his, I guess you'd call underneath the building.
Right.
You know, you can hang out on his deck as well. So it's going to be a great spot. He's going to have some live entertainment. You know, definitely plenty of food and all the brewskis you want flowing. So it's going to be a great event.
And to piggyback on that too a little bit, a lot of these stops, I know his in particular, they're coming up with a drink that is just for the poker run. So, you know, you got some ladies on the boat that like to try some things new. I think it's going to be kind of a fruity little sweet drink or whatever. I haven't tried it yet, but it looks pretty. It's blue, so it goes with Neptune. I think the Bayou is going to do some special things that day as well.
He always does, yeah.
You know, Bobby's a good guy.
Bobby's
He's
a good guy. He's a Neptune.
He's a Neptune
guy.
Well. He's a Neptune guy. Line 8. I'm not going to hold that against him. He's a good guy. But you know, we've got so many people within our organization that are stepping up and doing so much for us, and we're just so appreciative. And even though they're sponsors, I mean, they're part of this crew, right? I mean, they're doing what they can because they're trying to support this organization and our cause as best as they possibly can. So,
we say it over and over. This is Line 1 Poker Run, but this is also the Krewe of Neptune.
Yeah,
right.
Everybody, whether it's Line 3,
Right.
Line 8, Line 1, whatever. It's all
Everybody's there. Everybody's
Always.
involved or like participating.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and I'll take it a step further. We even have guys from various lines who, you know, for those who've never been to a Neptune ball, they don't really know what we're talking about.
Right.
Everything is competition, right?
Right.
I mean, if you're in line 1, you know, you're competing against 7 other lines, and those 7 are competing against us. When we pull together events like this, it's all for one.
Yeah.
Up to and including, we have guys from different lines that are stepping up and being. They're the guys that are stamping your cards out for you, right? I mean, they're showing up early and they're staying late and they're sweating their butts off all day, and they don't get to out and, you know, enjoy like the rest of us and be on the boats and all that good stuff. So, you know, I just want to remind folks that there's a lot that goes into this, and we really appreciate the support that we get. Certainly from those that are going to be participating as well.
Right.
And, you know, it's not a high dollar amount that you got to invest to enjoy that day. We're doing everything what we call on the river, because we're just doing back-based stuff. You're not going out front. You're not
bay rats.
Yep, that's it. You're not going to get your boat beat to death. You know, hopefully the weather cooperates well with us. We expect it's going to rain. It always does. For about 20 minutes.
We ran for our lives last year. Literally ran for our lives, but we made it.
Well, we know where the bridges are now,
right?
Right. It ain't stopping anybody from
No
having
doubt.
a good time.
No doubt. And if anything else, it cools things off for you a little bit till you get to that next stop.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Captain's meeting. Got a captain's meeting, right?
Yes, Captain's meeting is Friday, July 12th at 5:30 at Pier 15.
Right.
We'll hand out grab bags, everything. Have a little short 10-minute captain's meeting, kind of give you the rules and the whereabouts and whatnot. Nothing special.
Is it mandatory?
Not necessarily. We would like everybody to be there. At least one person from each boat that's going to be, you know,
to grab the bags and all that stuff. Yeah.
And just, you know, kind of hear us out for a few minutes. And other than that, you know, like I said, stops open at 9:30 on Saturday. So you can start at 8. You know, go as long as
you can
want.
start anywhere you want. Right? There's no order you have to hit,
order.
and you don't have to hit all of them. Correct?
No, you do not have to hit all of them. The more you hit, the more stamps you get. The more cards you get. So I guess it's in your best interest to get as many.
Right.
We're playing. Well, we're playing 5-card stud.
Yep.
What are we playing? 5-card stud. Right? Best hand out of 5.
That's it.
I don't think we mentioned it yet though. What does it take to be a part of this? If somebody wants to participate, where do they need to go, and how much does it cost?
We have a jot form link. I think y'all have that link as well.
Yeah, I got an email. Yeah.
It's you can register.
Brownwater email.
If you register before Wednesday, July 10th, it's $100 a hand, $75 for each additional hand. If you register after July 10th, Wednesday, July 10th, it's going to be $125 plus $75 for an extra hand.
So explain the extra hand.
So say you and Jared on the same boat. All right. You register in boat, Brownwater Banter.
Yeah.
You're going to get a hand. You pay for sponsorship or whatnot.
Right.
All right. And Jared's going to ride on your boat. Well, Jared don't have to buy another hand. He can just buy a $75 hand.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, so you can buy as many of those as you want.
So the captain or the boat gets a hand, but everybody else on the boat can buy extra hands if they wanted to.
Correct.
Yeah.
If you got 6 people, y'all want to buy 6 hands,
Okay.
each additional hand is 75 instead of 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just ups your chances of winning.
Yeah. Yeah. The more cards, the merrier.
Yeah. Did we
Right,
talk
exactly.
prizes yet? Did we talk which ones?
Top prize is $1,000.
Dang.
wrong with
Second
that.
place is $500. Third is $250. And fourth place gets a spot for next year's poker run. So basically $100. $100 back.
Get your buy-in back.
Yeah, get your buy-in for next year. Come
And
back
it's a
next
fun
year.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're gonna spend that money on the water. Y'all spend time at the islands
Oh, yeah.
and up and down the river, whatnot. You're gonna spend $100.
There you go.
Whether you go and
Easy.
eat and you drinks and whatever. So why not throw another 100 and try to win 1,000?
There you
Or
go.
whatnot.
There you
I
go.
mean,
What was I going to ask you? For people that's never been to it, you mentioned Pier 15 is where it ends. That's the hub. That's where the drawing or
Right.
the cards will be played. I guess you'd say. But describe that for people, like
So
what the whole day is going to be
you'll
like.
come
there.
in. I think we're gonna start drawing at 4:30. We'll start drawing. We'll have 2 dealers set up, and we'll have a card shuffler. Everybody gets a brand new deck of cards. Every hand is a brand new deck. We will shuffle them in the shuffler right there. We'll shuffle them by hand if you want. You can cut the deck. We start drawing your hands. There'll be like a spotter and then a dealer and then the guy that we're dealing
Legit.
to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all, as the cards are dealt, we'll have a board right behind us that'll have the, top hand all the way down to the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
As each hand gets bumped, we'll move. If you're stopped at 7 stops, you get 7 cards.
Mm-hmm.
And you dealing, and you look up and you're a card away from being in first place or whatever. You need that ace of spades or whatever you need.
Yeah.
You have the ability to buy 2 more cards at $25 a piece.
Mm.
So hey, I want to buy a card. I want
Stack your
that-
deck.
Yeah.
Stack it
So
up.
hey,
Yeah.
pay you $25. Oh man, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I'll buy another one. You can buy 2.
2.
So you might get it on that second one. So you got a chance really to have 10 cards. If you stop at 8 stops
Per
you can buy
person?
2.
Yes.
Yes, per hand. So,
What's the limit on the boat? Just the safety regulations of the water? Like how many people
Yeah.
could be
Other
on
when
it?
you got, if you
Yeah.
got a cold barge, you could bring 50
yeah,
people.
exactly.
Exactly.
Might be hard to navigate to some of the places, but-
Dog on the
Right.
pier
Yeah,
out of the
yeah,
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
The more people on your boat, the more
The
people
merrier,
that goes
yeah.
to the oncology program.
Yes.
Absolutely.
right.
The more
Yeah.
babies we're
Yeah.
helping.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
we definitely as many as you want. So
Have y'all ever had a tie for the best hand?
we have not. We have
I
not.
probably just jinxed you on
Yeah,
that.
don't do
Yeah,
that.
hey, we'll take it. I guess we'll have to put some in place to.
Yeah, like a battle off.
Right,
First
right.
one,
another hand.
a Rochambeau. you
Or
for it.
that,
A
a push-up.
Rochambeau, you
We can
for
get a
it.
deck of cards and play battle. I mean,
Yeah,
That would be
Yeah.
cool. That would be
So,
cool.
so just to clear it up, you're not actually getting a card at the stop. You have a card and you're getting a stamp saying
Right.
you went to these stops.
So we got a bunch of line 1 members are going to be working each stop. They'll be on the deck. They'll be inside the restaurant. They'll be on the piers, wherever they're set up at a table. They'll be hanging out. You get off your boat. You'll walk up. You'll have a card, inside of like a waterproof bag.
Right,
And you walk out. They'll stamp it. All right, you stopped at orangutans.
right.
You stopped here. When you come up to the dealer that evening, he'll see. All right, he did stop at 6 stops. He
Yeah.
gets 6 cards.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
good.
easy.
It's fun. It's
yeah.
competitive.
Right.
It's people get hyped up at
Yeah.
the last stop
Oh
there.
yeah,
It's a good
it's
time.
funny because like they'll be 1 card shy, of being in first place or
Mhm.
whatever, have the best hand, and somebody will just whip out 25. Oh, I want another card. I want to, or
Yeah.
they get loud or they come walking back up and they get bumped to second place. Oh man,
Right,
they
right,
get loud.
right.
You know,
Give me
it's
another
fun. It's
card.
Like I
camaraderie.
said, it's everything in Neptune. I mean, it's
It's always
competition
Right.
in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
It's just fun.
Competition is fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no doubt.
But I think the thing we need to harp on is you don't have to have a boat.
No,
You can come by car. You can come by land.
Motorcycle.
Plane. If
Parachute
you can land
to
it.
each
Yeah,
spot if
you can do
that.
anything
You
you
can
want
do
to
it.
do.
You can do it. Yeah. Right. Exactly.
What y'all have had music in the past at the last stop, the acoustic stuff. Are y'all doing that?
Yeah. Pier 15 is going to have something that evening, like they always have live entertainment during the week. I know he's got something set up. I don't have the specifics on that just yet.
They got food and everything too, right?
They got food.
What's there? I've never been. Like I said, y'all have it. What's the food like?
I've been once, and I want to say I got like a pizza there.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Okay.
It was
cool.
something small.
Yeah.
Nice place. But they got it smorgasbord of different
Stuff.
things.
So-
Bar kind of atmosphere. I know. Did they do oysters, Kenny?
They did at one point.
Okay.
I'm not sure he's going to have them for that
Right, yeah.
weekend.
Yeah.
And to be fair, because there are going to be so many people,
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's
you're
gonna be
have-
packed.
Yeah.
they'll have more of a limited,
Yeah, of
limited,
course.
Right.
Whatever they can fry and get out real quick. I'm sure.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be, it'll be kind of bar food, but I
Yeah.
promise you it'll be good. And,
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
you'll get full. But look, you're going to be going to so many stops throughout the day, and hopefully grabbing a bite here and an
Please,
appetizer
yes.
there. I mean, support those guys too. Obviously,
sure.
we want to ultimately support this cause, but our sponsors, which I think is next probably on the list to
Yeah.
discuss, we got to support those guys. They put their money up for us. They help us pay to get this thing going because nothing is free anymore.
Absolutely.
We couldn't run this podcast without our sponsors.
Yeah,
100%.
Or the tournaments. We talk
Yeah.
about it all the time. Same
And
thing
look,
with
we
the
all
tournaments.
know, thanks to what kind of Bidenomics,
There we
economics,
go.
whatever. Right now, we're in a recession. We're tough on money.
We down in
And,
a dip. Yeah.
But here's the good news: we're not going up on what it costs to get involved.
Correct.
Year over year, every year we've kept it to a minimum. We've done the best we could as far as not getting it too stupid on price, and we've never
Right.
gone up.
Right.
So even though it costs more, we just need more people involved so that we can offset those costs.
Right.
It's
Right.
not about trying to ask you for $50 more. It's about trying to get you to get a friend of yours to come and help
And
out
help
with the
out. Yeah.
situation. So
It's the great thing about the coast. We always kind of all come together to help each other.
100%.
Yeah.
Killer.
So when I get my register, when I register, go to the captain's meeting. What do I get when I get there from y'all? Y'all usually have bags, right?
You're going to get your card. You're
Yeah.
also going to get a grab bag. We got a bunch of different of our sponsors putting in different things. I know, for example, we're getting some keychains made that has the Krewe of Neptune on it.
Right.
Nice little gift. All Phase Electric donated some All Phase Electric chapstick and some sunglasses.
Some chapstick, all phase, huh?
SPF 15 or
That's
whatever.
right, yeah.
So different things like that, koozies, cups. We try, everybody's got something to throw in. I know the foundation, they give some stuff.
The waterproof bags.
waterproof
will come from
bags.
us, yeah.
I know we the little sacks,
Yep.
you put on your back, kind of like a little backpack. That's basically what it is. We try to fill it up as much. You also, as a register, for your $100, you get a Krewe of Neptune Poker Run shirt.
Right.
One, you have the opportunity to, on the job form, to buy extra shirts. Say, you got 4 or 5 people in the boat. You want to buy
Purchase
everybody a
another
shirt.
Yeah.
You can purchase another
What
shirt.
color are they this year? Do you know?
Purple.
Okay, cool.
We swapped it up and went purple this year. We try to, do different things.
Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we said.
Because we
Yeah.
had green and yellow, now we got
Yeah.
purple. Yeah.
Mardi Gras, baby.
But just basically it. Like I
Hit
said,
them sponsors, baby. Hit them up.
Yeah.
That's
sponsor. I mean,
yeah.
we're
Hit
still
'em up.
taking sponsorships. Up until next week is the deadline to have your, on the shirt or whatnot. Sponsorship on the shirt. Your logo will be on the shirt. We shout you out on Facebook, on all of our different social media platforms.
What's the tiers or pricing on the sponsorships? And then if you have a list, you want to
Yeah.
shout them out,
Go
not to
ahead
put you on the spot. If
Yeah,
you
list
don't
of
have a list.
sponsors. I got that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It is 1,000, 500, and 250.
Okay.
Okay.
Is the basically the 3 sponsorships you can have.
Where can we?
you know
Is there a flyer or somewhere we can find that at?
There is. It's on our. I know it's on our Poker Run Facebook page.
I'm trying to
Okay.
pull it. I'm about to pull that up right now.
I want to say I have it in a text somewhere. I had to find it.
Yeah. Well, we'll find it. People just want to know if they want to take
Yeah.
some money, what we're getting for it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah.
And like I said, it's all to a good cause.
Absolutely.
Sponsors, we have a list of them. If I missed you, I apologize. We do appreciate you.
Yeah.
Um,
Run them down.
Run 'em
McDonald's, the Desher Foundation,
yeah.
big supporter for the past 7 years. He does a great job.
Is he in
He-
Neptune?
Yes.
Jeff in Neptune?
Yes, he's
Also
actually
a
a
Line
Line
One
1 member.
Oh, here we go.
We won't hold that against
Oh, everything's a competition. We own all the McDonald's. Yeah.
and former king
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Gulf Coast Productions, that's Daniel Lozado.
Mhm.
He does all the stuff.
Yeah.
I've worked with
He,
Daniel a lot
yeah,
in my
of
past
course,
on
he's,
events.
you know,
He's top notch.
Right.
Absolutely.
He's great, everything. CF Galat and Sons.
Yep.
FEB Distributing, what a great partner they've been for years with. They give us our banners and everything.
They're the best.
Yeah, they
great.
print everything out for
Miller
you.
Coors.
Yeah.
The Center for Eye Care, Dr. Thurber and that group, they've been a supporter. Line 1 member. He's always in. Knuckleheads.
You gonna do that all day long?
All day,
All day, every day.
Bagwell Truck and Equipment Repair. He is a new Line 1 member.
There you go.
Keysler Federal is a new credit union, is a new sponsor this year. We reached out to them and
Dude, they
was
are
glad to-
going crazy.
Yes.
That's everybody
Yes.
buying in boats, man.
Exactly.
Dude,
Exactly.
they just
Everybody-
bought the Shuckers. They
The
own the
Shuckers,
Shuckers
part of
field.
the
They own
Saints.
everything. The
Oh,
Shuckers field is Keysler now.
They're-
I
That's
know
what they're
that.
called.
I
Yeah.
know that.
Their
Yeah.
sponsorship's
Official
going.
They
credit
flexed
union
on the
of
boat right there in their
Samantha,
backyard.
Samantha, if you're listening, you got to have to get in here and talk about
Yeah, they got
that.
what they need to sponsor some podcasts.
I know. Yeah.
They're the official credit union of the Saints now.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
They could be the official credit union of Brownwater.
I'm just saying.
Even better.
Even
Yeah.
better.
Timco over there in Wool Market. That's Mike Reed and them guys.
Line one.
Yeah. Mike's in line 1. I didn't know he was in line 1.
Overmatch Security, also Line 1 member.
Okay. I'm noticing a pattern. Keep going.
All Phase Electric. They've been come on last year as a sponsor. They've been a great ad for us.
That's the one in Gulfport.
I'm gonna go for
Yeah.
it, right? Community Bank. I know
Great
Neptune
guys
does a
there.
lot of their banking through community.
Okay.
Great people. New one this year, Huntington Ingalls.
Oh, yeah.
We reached out to them and they was glad to accept and come on in. And hey, they're one of the largest companies on the Gulf Coast.
That must
you
be
know?
important if y'all get Ingles to
And,
sponsor y'all.
yeah.
We might have to
So,
get y'all's contact.
Yeah. Tried to get that phone book. From
Yeah.
them.
So that's been a great one. Also, Hull and Hitch, Mike Turner,
Oh,
line
yeah.
one member,
Yeah.
board member for the
Yeah.
Poker Run.
Yep.
Of course, he's in every year and he's great.
Yeah.
He does a great job over there at Hull and Hitch.
They keep my boat rolling every year.
Yeah.
Crown Leisure, another one.
Chris Bond and them.
They're great, great supporter. South Coast Seafood, Wayne Cook,
Line 1 member, by the way. South Coast.
Wayne Cook, and Supreme Nissan of Sawdell. So we going.
Wow.
Cross
Y'all
state
busting the
lines.
state line.
Yes,
Y'all went to the
exactly.
North Shore to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
that one,
Hey,
huh?
hey, we can go as far.
Yeah. We call that West Mississippi.
Yeah. West Side.
So that's all we have now.
Actually, we have
We're-
2 more.
Oh, do we? So
Yes,
they've
we
been
do.
at it
There
since
we
this
go.
list is.
Yeah. We also have High Tide Cannabis Company, Line 1 owner, partner.
Okay.
And we also have Magnolia Healing, which is also a cannabis dispensary in Ocean Springs, right across from Ocean Springs Hospital.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yep.
So
And-
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Last thing I'm going to say on that is we talked about cards and stuff like that, having to have your card to shop with our dispensaries. I would let you know, too, that if you're one of those guys like me and you that are a little old, get a little sore,
Yeah.
we also have topicals. We also have creams. You don't have to have card for that.
Yeah.
Anybody can walk in and purchase that, and we love to do consultations. So,
100%.
There you go.
Yep.
There you
But
go.
you're still taking sponsors, right?
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
For another, how long?
For another week to be a part, we have to have the shirts made. So to have your logo on the shirt and everything, I think it's, what are we at? Tuesday? I think it's next Wednesday, if I ain't
Wednesday.
mistaken.
You got to have them in.
Yep.
Yep.
Now, I type over here a lot of times. Sometimes I miss some things. Did we say the date on when this is?
Oh,
Did I miss that?
I think we did.
Oh, wow. We waited to the very end to say the
Saturday,
date.
July 13th. So you got roughly three and a half weeks.
Yeah. Put them on the calendar.
So get registered. Like I said, that early registration save you a little bit. We like to, get that, the more register early, the less we have to deal with the captain's meeting, and we can make it short and sweet. So we're trying to.
But you can
Yeah.
register at the cabins.
We can.
Correct?
We can.
Yeah.
We have our own square. We have everything set up. If you want to buy extra shirts there, anything like that, we have that available.
Yeah.
You can purchase right there.
All right. You said July 13th, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm making sure I'm typing this right. This event is July 13th, 2024, and it's in the comments. So now anybody that watched it will see that. Being that we waited till the very end.
Everybody's like,
Hello.
well, if they
When
would
is
tell me
it?
when I could
When
do it, I
is
could
it?
take off
Yeah,
work. But
yeah,
there,
maybe I'd go if I
an
knew. when it
hour and a
was.
half into
Asshole.
it. Yeah.
I know. Sorry. It's a low budget production here.
Yeah.
But no, look, thank y'all so much for
We
what
have
you
one
do.
other thing.
Go ahead.
I have one other thing that we're doing this year. And it's kind of near and dear to a lot of people's hearts on the Gulf Coast. Maybe everybody might have heard or might not have of the young 16-year-old Catherine Adams that goes to St.
That's
Patrick's.
the St. Pat's girl.
St.
Yeah.
Patrick. She was
Yeah.
diagnosed with cancer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very recent.
Right at the end of school,
And-
like
Yeah.
a week before school
Yeah.
got out, she got diagnosed.
So-
Okay.
yeah.
And we put our heads together as a board, and I said, let's try to do something as a line one. This is piggybacking. This is line one guys getting involved. We're going to do a Yeti ice chest raffle,
Okay.
and it's going to come with 10 pounds of shrimp donated by Galatz.
The lattes.
And also All Phase is throwing in some DeWalt tools,
Okay.
and we're going to have a raffle. You can buy tickets Friday and Saturday. We'll do it all day. Maybe have the tickets at all the different stops. You know, we're going to do like a 1 for 5 or 5 for 20. And all that money is going to go to her,
Yeah.
That's amazing.
which is, you know, she's a local coast girl
Right.
that, you know, everybody, you know, wants to support. We keep it, like I said, one coast, local.
Mhm.
Right.
Help this young girl. I know her family. She has a twin sister.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was
so-
literally like a week before graduation.
Right.
Right.
And school got out, and then she got diagnosed, and it was like
So
Wow.
terrible.
I know they're doing some other things for
Yeah, Donnie and them had Bodie and that girl. What's her name again? I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
Catherine Adams.
Catherine. Yeah, for the golf tournament as well.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
And,
Yeah. Donnie's in the comments. He said that you're talking about all the prizes. He said, but they ain't giving away rings that bling. LOL. So he had to throw a punch.
Hey, we.
Of course.
You know, he had to throw a punch.
I know
Of
some
course
people
not,
who
yeah.
won those rings, but we're
Yeah,
not
we'll
going
get
to tell
into that
anybody.
later.
Um,
No, that's great that y'all are doing that. And I think we mentioned at the beginning, like all this money stays local, and all of it
Correct.
goes right to where it's supposed to be. You know, if you investigate some of these larger companies,
Yeah.
whether it's fraudulent or they just have overhead expenses that they have
Right.
to pay,
Yeah.
Sure.
Neptune's not stuffing pockets.
Yeah,
we're
and
sending it
it's-
all to babies.
it's somebody
Yes.
you know that's benefiting. You know, or
Correct.
probably know.
We're sitting
someone
right
you
across
know.
from one right now.
There you
Yes.
go. There you go. So, what better way to spend your dollars than to support something like this? Is what I would say. I linked in the comments the one that was in that email that we have, the
Yeah.
online registration. .com, whatever that was, and then I also linked to the Neptune Poker Run Facebook page. Is that the best?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so if anybody's got a question, they can
Right.
shoot a message
shoot
there.
a message, we can
100%.
answer. You know, we answer
Yeah.
within a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does y'all's foundation have a Facebook page?
We do.
Okay.
So make sure to follow us at Memorial Hospital Foundation on Facebook and Instagram. Catherine Moran is our marketing person. TJ Moran is her husband. He's also Krewe of Neptune.
Okay.
And she does all of our marketing and runs both of those pages for us.
And y'all,
So-
I'm sure if anybody wanted to donate to y'all's cause,
Absolutely.
you can go directly to that, right?
MemorialHospitalFoundation.com.
yeah.
So y'all are awesome. And Krewe of Neptune really does embody everything that is good about Mardi Gras on the
Mhm,
coast. So I cannot emphasize how much I appreciate y'all and what you do for the coast year round. So you don't just throw a good party, you actually put your money where your mouth is and
Yeah.
help other people.
There you go.
We do
Thanks
throw
for
a
that.
good party though.
We do.
That is pretty good.
We
It's
do.
pretty impressive.
I would say one last thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just a plug for the crew as a whole. You know, if listening to what it is that we do, and you watch, I mean, if you've been to our parades, you know we do the best we possibly can, but we're always open for new members.
Mhm.
So and the
Unless
way-
it was last year when we get stuck on the train tracks for like
Oh my
3
goodness.
hours.
Y'all, I didn't think it was ever going to start rolling again.
Not their fault though.
It was
Yeah.
a great parade though.
Yeah.
great parade otherwise,
Yeah.
but if you're interested in joining, talk to a member. Right? You have to.
Yeah.
It's relatively simple. You just got to know somebody.
No one to be one.
Know one to be one. We'll get you all the information that you need, and they'll be your sponsor to bring you in. So we're always looking for folks that are like-minded like us, right?
Yeah, and you can be as active as you want. I know Joey and I, we've been in it for a couple of years now. I love it. We're
Yeah.
not as active as most people are.
Yeah.
You're always doing this kind of stuff,
Right.
but I really enjoy it. The events that I do make,
Same way.
I've
This is
never had a bad
this is
time.
our way of giving back.
Yeah, the least we can do. So,
Yeah.
And, hey, we appreciate y'all. I know y'all got a wide following here on the Gulf Coast
We're
with
trying.
everything y'all do, and we appreciate y'all for giving us, you know, a little bit at y'all's time to put this out there, let
Absolutely.
everybody know
It's right.
what,
It's I
what
mean,
we're
it's,
doing.
it's what this is all
Right.
about for
That's
us,
right.
promoting stuff like this. So we love it.
Yep.
Thank y'all for stopping by this evening.
Thank
We really do
you.
appreciate
It's
it.
really my pleasure.
Thanks everybody for watching on the lives, the replays. Like Joey said at the beginning, go
Get
download
that app.
Yeah, go get the Brownwater Banter app. It's free on the App Store and Google Play. Modern Recoil is a sponsor for us this month.
Keep you up to date.
Couple months. Yeah, it's got all of our content in there, links to all the stuff that we do. So if y'all keep tuning in, we'll keep doing them.